Hello, kiddies. It's me, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. You're listening to Drop the Mic.
I'm afraid you might hurt yourself, Reagan.
It's not Reagan.
I see. Well, then let's introduce ourselves. I'm Damien Garris.
And I'm the devil. Now kindly undo these straps.
If you're the devil, why not make the straps disappear?
That's much too vulgar a display of power, Garris.
Where's Reagan?
In here with us.
Show me Reagan and I'll loosen one of the straps.
Can you help an old altar boy, Father?
Your mother's in here with us, Garris. Would you like to leave a message? I'll see that she gets it.
If that's true, then you must know my mother's maiden name. What is it?
Welcome back to our humble San Diego podcast. This is Drop the Mic, and we are your hosts, Ryan Jimenez and Wesley Swanson. You've now tuned in to episode 289, The Ascension of Pazuzu, where we will be discussing the groundbreaking 1973 film, The Exorcist. But before we get this spooky train rolling, once again, let's get warmed up with some of our usual news updates.
And now for a special news report. Brought to you by Drop the Mic.
So, Ryan, what do you have for us this week? I know you were talking about off air having a lot of fire news, so I'm interested.
Yes. So, new Cloverfield is in the works.
Oh, wow.
From director Babak Anvari, with J.J. Abrams set to produce the film for Bad Robot, and then Matt Reeves and Drew Goddard are on board as executive producers. I don't know. How do you feel about that trilogy? Do you like them?
Yes. First one, definitely was a big fan. I know some people don't like it because of the shakiness of the found footage style, but I dig it. I liked 10 Cloverfield Lane, obviously. And then the third one is definitely the weakest out of the trilogy, but it was still fun. Yeah,
no, I feel the same. I like I think I like the third one a little bit more than everyone else did. I thought it was a cool kind of they're all very different. It was kind of cool to see that. And then they didn't, if I remember correctly, they didn't no one knew it was a Cloverfield.
Oh, that it was connected until you saw the movie. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah. Hopefully this one. I'm sure this one will be cool. 20th Century Studios has confirmed the cast for the next Planet of the Apes movie called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It'll star Owen Teague, Freya Allen, and Peter McCone. That's pretty cool. Disney's starting another. I think they have plans to do another trilogy.
That's the only way that I think that it would make sense. But goddamn, trying to live up to that last War of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I know.
Perfect movie, man. I love it so much.
Those movies don't get enough love.
Yeah, it's really kind of strange. Even all of them are fucking so good. And maybe this is a hot take, but I will choose that trilogy, Matt Reeves' trilogy, any day over the OGs, man.
That is a little spicy of a take. I can see where you're coming from. The first one I think is still, obviously my favorite of that OG one. But yeah, no, I can definitely see.
Yeah, I didn't. Wow, that passed me by. I didn't hear about that at all. So it's called the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Sam Raimi is set to direct a remake of the 70s ventriloquist doll horror movie Magic. The original came out in 1978 and was directed by Richard Attenborough and starred Anthony Hopkins.
Oh,
so that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I think it hasn't even officially been like announced. I want to say one of the producers, the article I was reading, one of the producers was being interviewed for something else. He kind of let it slip out of the bag. Out of the bag. Yeah. So Sam Raimi's the GOAT. That's my favorite horror director of all time. So I'm stoked to see what he's gonna do with this.
Side note real quick, just out of curiosity, have you ever, or are you aware of this little film called Dolly Dearest?
I am. But I haven't seen it.
Okay. That's okay, because it's pretty hard to, I think it might be Vinegar Syndrome that put out a Blu-ray, edition, more recently within the last couple years, but it's been pretty hard to get a hold of. There's not even, I don't even think, maybe now, but it wasn't available even digitally for the longest time. But that movie is goddamn terrifying, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Ooh, that's fucking like shit. That was a while ago, right?
Yeah, I think it's like late 80s, early 90s, definitely around the time of Child's Play. But man, dude, the Chuckster is like a walk in the park.
I gotta check it out, see if I can find it anywhere.
Yeah, Dolly Dearest, man.
Oh, and some crazy weird news. I don't know if you heard about Bruce Willis. He sold his deep fake likeness rights to a company. So they're going to be able to do whatever they want with his face and likeness. Movie, I think this one is for like a commercial, but he sold it to the company. So they have the full rights to his face and likeness, which is insane. I think he's the first celebrity in the world to do it as well.
Do you know what that means for the future of him? Will they have somebody, a stand-in, like just be pretending to be him, and then that...
I was reading that's basically why he did it. Like he in the article I was reading, he's like quoted as saying, it's a way for like my face and me to kind of live on. I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's quoted as saying it's like a great opportunity to go back in time. That's what he said. So, yeah, wild. And then for some like big Marvel news, the Blade director Bassam Tariq has left the project like 2 months before it started production, and apparently Mahershala Ali is like not happy with the project, and Kevin Feige isn't happy either. And I guess like rough edits of the script, there was only from what I read, there was only like 2 fight sequences.
Yeah,
throughout the whole fucking movie.
Two big fight sequences, and then the script supposedly is only, as of now, 90 pages long, which is literally at an hour and 30 minutes, which seems very, very short for Blade film. I did read, and I don't know if this is like just a rumor, but that it's just people are speculating that it's because Foggy is like being stretched too thin for his, like, all the projects that he's trying to oversee, and that's why this one is kind of being put on the back burner. I know it's slated to come out November of next year, and they won't be able to start even production on time because this, the director stepped off. But I did read that he's staying on as an executive producer, so it must have been on good terms, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I read too. It's crazy too that the script was that long, because I was reading that supposedly they wanted it to take place from between like 1900 into the 1980s.
Oh, okay.
Which would be a fucking rad concept, to see what he's been doing all this time. My opinion is, you give Jordan Peele a blank fucking check and say, here, do what you want with it. I know that won't happen, but a man can dream.
Yeah. I never even put those pieces together, but yeah.
Kind of a little bit different from our regular pop culture. It's semi kind of pop culture because it has something to do with sports. But last night, Aaron Judge hit his 61st home run of the season, tying Roger Maris's American League home run record, which is insane to hit fucking 61 home runs. Obviously, it's not the single season record. Bonds holds that. It is the American League. And I think I wrecked it a couple of months back. But if you're into baseball and the sports, go check out 61 by Billy Crystal about that whole season of Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle going back and forth. I think it's an HBO movie, so it's on HBO Max. But yeah, dude, kind of crazy. And then in the news that no one asked for, but I'm going to give it to you, Tubi today released a trailer for the movie adaptation to Hot Take, the Depp Heard trial. What are your thoughts on this, Wes?
So, is it a documentary or a legit
No,
movie?
it's a fucking movie that they turned out in a month, it seems.
That is very, very short. A short period of time. I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
But the fact that it went to Tubi is very kind of suspect to me. No shade towards them, but it's kind of like, okay, what's going on? Do you any word on the cast at all?
I don't know. I saw like a snippet of the teaser and like a couple stills, and I don't recognize them. The person who's playing Depp and Amber Heard, they look like Dollar Tree knockoffs. It looks like a Lifetime movie, basically. But yeah, we don't need a movie to know that they're both pieces of shit. Yeah. And then, fuck, dude, in some shitty news, I'm sure everyone knows, but the MC Coolio passed away last night, or yesterday, I think, afternoon. Best known for his 1995 track Gangster's Paradise, which is, in my opinion, one of the greatest hip-hop/rap tracks of all time, and is one of the fucking best music videos of the 90s. Yeah, he passed away, so RIP, one of the best, dude.
At 59. Pretty young,
man.
Pretty young still.
And he gave us one of the best fucking Nickelodeon theme songs of all time as well. Fucking Keenan and Kel.
That is right. You pretty much nailed everything that I had, except for the biggest news, the teaser for Deadpool 3.
Yeah, dude, that fucking wild. I don't know. I want to believe it. Like, I want to believe that he's coming back, and fucking Kevin Feige did it again and got back Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire for Doctor Strange, and now he's doing it for Wolverine and Deadpool. But hopefully I'm wrong, but I feel like there's something else going on.
And now it's time for the weekly recommendations.
So I watched Joe Coy's Live from the Los Angeles Forum, his new Netflix special. I was fucking crying, laughing the entire time. Like, I had to take a breather. That's how hard I was laughing. So if you loved the other three specials and all his shit, you're gonna love this. I don't know if you've checked it out yet.
I haven't had a chance, but it's on. It's definitely on my queue.
Yeah, check that out if you can. It's fucking hilarious. And then since we're kind of in the spooky season, I wanted to give a shout out to Paranorman. If you haven't seen it, it's a stop motion horror